The Myanmar migrant problems in Langkawi is a major issue in the resort island. Many have built illegal houses. Many have settled illegally in Langkawi. The squatters present very unhygienic living conditions and have caused many landowners to abandon their plans to develop their properties due to security concerns. What are the measures being taken to address this Myanmar settlement problem?
We were very well aware of this problem. This last for 20 years, I think. This Myanmar, they call it Melayu Kedah. They are originally from Kedah. They were brought in 1940s during Japanese time as a hard labor in Thailand and go to Myanmar. And they are now, they come back, this generation, they come here to stay here in Langkawi. And these people, in fact, they can speak Kedah, the old Kedah language. And of course they have problems there because of cultural shock and the budaya, their culture, the way of life is totally different. And we realized this problem, and then we had transferred them somewhere else. I think they were in Bukit Malut, I think before, and we provide them a new settlement, give them the houses. This is done by in Kisap. This is done by the previous government. Now understand the newcomers coming to occupy the place was vacant by their predecessors. Now they come. Now we have to think how to overcome this problem once more. And of course, there are so many social problems in these areas. And then, of course, we are sympathy with the local people have to face all this kind of problem. But the government try to do the best for them after we have to conduct. We will conduct proper studies on these matters.
What is being done for the welfare of the settlers in the area? Because most of them are poor.
I don't know what is the program by the government, but these people are fishermen. Anyway, we provide them all facilities, infrastructures. They have water, they have electricity, something like that. This is they can provide for their earning, for their daily income. I think these people know than us, better than us. Normally they are fishermen, they can go there. And many local people also, they are fishermen, they go to the sea.
What kind of programs that be implemented to assimilate these settlers with the locals?
I think this must become under the Department of Integrity, ESCO concern. They will think how to make this integration between these two groups. Now, this is not only between local people and from Myanmar, but among the people of the area, because of some differences in politics, whatever it is. Sometimes we can see the gap. Yeah? There is no good coordination, no good cooperation between people. So we have to encourage them to respect each other, to work hand in hand, just to develop our society and our state.
PAS's main manifesto in the previous general election is to create a welfare state. What has been done in Kedah to realize this?
There, welfare state, we have two levels. First at the federal levels, and second at the state level, with its limitation of power. And state level, federal level, very wide powers. No, very unfortunate. We cannot control the federal. We only control few states. And then based on that, we try to introduce whatever we think for people. For example, like I mentioned before, to reduce the quacks rents, and then to, I don't know, so many things I have done now, to encourage people to give freedom to them, to support and open. We try to provide whatever facility in terms of education, whatever it is, we try to introduce now. But I cannot mention to you now in details. But we do have some kind of welfare to the people especially those involved in the rural area.
The number of school dropouts in Kedah is quite high. So what is the state doing to encourage the children to return to school?
We have no problem in Kedah. Every student go to schools. All children go to school. We are not like some area. I don't know, I don't mention the state, but we have no problem. Everybody go to school. We don't need to encourage them. They the one who want to go to school. Only problem when they finish their secondary schools, this is the problem, how to continue further studies because of money. No one will support them. And getting worse, this thing getting worse when the achievement and the exam very low. This is the problem. But for at the primary level, secondary level, everybody go to schools. In Kedah, no problem. As far as marriage is concerned, unless there is something I do not know, they call assaultic cases, I do not know.
Do you think that one term is enough to implement all the policies that you have promised in the manifesto? If not, how many terms do you need?
One term, of course, not enough. We need more terms. Barisan Nasional run the country, rule the country for 50 years. They cannot fulfill their promise. We just 3 months, maybe 1 term. After that, maybe 2 terms. So you have to be patient to wait. And then we will monitor everything we have done. And then based on our studies or the project we have done, and then we will use that as our guide for the further policies and further project and implementation in future. So we need little time.
What is the transparency level for economic, financial, tender and contract development?
First of all, I would like to mention here that we now introduce all these open tenders. If there is negotiate, must be win-win situations. We don't want, when we say we have to negotiate, someone will lose, someone will win. I don't want. Must be win-win situation and open tenders. And this transparency we will have. And then I said there's no cronyism, no crony, whatever it is. If you are deserved, you are entitled, you go ahead. Like lately we offer 10,000 acres, to be clear. Land they call KSK, kawasan sudah kerja, the remain of Balak, the one did not cut it before. We offer them to clear and make terrace for new plantation of the area, you know. We got it 50 million. We received 5,000 ringgit for 1 acre. This area had been worked before. I don't say more than that. But I understand before that, virgin forest. The state government get revenue only 500 ringgit per acre. This is kind of transparency we have.
How much should the state get?
For example, here, 50 million.
Like for logging concession, under negotiated tender, the previous state government only earned a certain amount of money. Would you like to explain?
No, before not negotiate, they award. Award tender different than negotiate. Negotiate different than open tender. Award I can give to anybody, and then the standard rate they can pay how much, something like that, 500 ringgit per acre. But negotiate, suppose from government side, he will negotiate with some companies on condition he pay more than others. This is negotiate. But normally negotiate, suppose we can get it 10,000, we negotiate to pay only 500 ringgit. This is the problem.
But that's what happened.
I think so. I don't want to explore more than that.
But it cost the state to lose
Lose lots of money. Lose a lot of money.
53 million at
Yes.
least.
Many. And then open tenders. Okay, whoever can give the high price, he deserves to get it.
So, what action is being taken by the Pakatan Rakyat government to address this problem?
Now, from now on, we stop all the old practice. We will have new practice.
And the new practice being?
Open tenders.